Mrs. Annegret Hansen, head of the Charlottenburg Borough Assembly, honorable members of the Bundestag and the Bundesrat, distinguished representatives of the Berlin municipal districts, political parties, civil society, and the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this meeting in the Charlottenburg Rathaus on the 6th anniversary of the Revolution for Freedom and Dignity, and to express our solidarity with Berlin and the German people. In my own name and on behalf of the Tunisian civic organizations in Berlin who actively contributed to the preparation of this meeting, I would like to convey our deepest thanks to the Charlottenburg Municipal District and to the District Mayor, Mr. Norman, and all his colleagues for so graciously allowing us to use this beautiful facility for this special event. I would also like to thank Ms. Carmen Henschel for having so kindly, with a remarkable enthusiasm, accepted to moderate this special event. Indeed, this is a special event because besides celebrating the remarkable achievements of the Tunisian democratic transformation that was made despite considerable odds, we meet today to mourn the loss of many innocent lives following the tragic and terrorist attack that took place on December 19th in Berlin, Christmas market, and in which the prime suspect is unfortunately a Tunisian citizen. While we do convey our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families of the victims and pray for the prompt recovery of the injured, the Tunisian people and political leaders, along with the civil society, express in the strongest terms our condemnation of such a vile act and express our entire solidarity with the people of Berlin and Germany. Having been targeted by this hideous monster of international terrorism, Tunisia condemns this vile act and sees it as contrary to the world-renowned qualities of the Tunisian people, which, among others, earned it the 2015 Nobel Peace Prize for the peaceful and consensual political dialogue that helped ease the political and democratic transformation in Tunisia. I would like to assure you that this vile act does in no way or shape reflect the feelings of the Tunisian people toward the German people. And instead of rhetorical expressions, I would like to refer to a survey made last October and published at the end of November by a serious and often on-the-target survey company called Sigma Conseil that showed that for the Tunisian people, Germany is the first country in the world to enjoy the most favorable opinions with 93%, and the last to enjoy unfavorable opinions about 5%, done with the purpose of giving an idea of the Tunisians' views on foreign countries and regional groupings. This survey showed that Germany, with 93% of favorable and very favorable opinions, was ahead of Algeria, 92, Morocco with 91, France with 84, the United Kingdom with 72, Russia 65, Saudi Arabia 63, Egypt 61, and Libya, the neighboring country, with only 30% of favorable and very favorable views. In response to the question of the most appreciated country with very favorable views, opinions, Germany was ranked number 1 with 60%, while Algeria came second with only 49%. France and the United Kingdom ranked 6th and 8th with respectively 43 and 32%. As for the countries seen with unfavorable views, while Germany ranked last with 5%, Libya ranked first with 68%, followed by Syria, Iran, the USA, Egypt, and Qatar with respectively 54, 39, 38, and 37%. This survey is just one of the many expressions of the high esteem in which the Tunisian people holds Germany and its people. For we see in you and your country what we would like to achieve in this deep and risky transformational process against significant and even formidable odds. Ladies and gentlemen, while we deeply appreciate Germany's contribution to Tunisia's democratic transition, we look forward to a continued and even strengthened support to ensure the success of this only Republican, inclusive, and peaceful democratic transition in our region that shows that dialogue and consensus can lead to a deep and substantial transformation with the active participation of all segments of society and the widest political spectrum. For now, in the Tunisian National Unity Government, you can see such a variety of political orientations and beliefs that really one has to admit that this country, Tunisia, is exceptional in terms of peaceful dialogue and consensus, especially in our region. The new National Unity Government is led by a 41-year-old Prime Minister who will be visiting Berlin in the middle of February to seek the ways and means of further strengthening the Tunisian-German relations. Ladies and gentlemen, while we deeply cherish and appreciate the German friendship and support, it is no secret that we see in many of the challenges we are presently facing what has been achieved successfully by Germany and the German people, such as reconstruction, regional integration, decentralized democracy, education, vocational training, and industrial innovation, among many others. We also admire the generosity of the German people and their commitment to democracy, freedom, and human rights. The Tunisian community in Germany that exceeds 90,000 people, fully integrated, among which a large number of binationals, almost 2/3, have enjoyed the hospitality of this great country and have in their overwhelming majority behaved as good and loyal citizens and contributed to the admirable development of Germany. We hope that the behavior of a tiny minority, many of which were, by the way, radicalized in Europe, will not tarnish the excellent record and reputation of many German citizens or residents because of their Tunisian origin. I would also like to avail myself of this opportunity without throwing back the blame to anyone to mention that as far as security cooperation and the handling of the illegal residence issue, whether they are in illegal situation or pretending to be persecuted in their own country to claim refugee status, the Tunisian government has always fulfilled and honored its international and bilateral obligations and commitments within the constraints of growing threats and competing claims on scarce budgetary resources. Furthermore, since we are confronted with a common and ever-evolving threat of international terrorism, to face the new wave of returnees from violence theaters such as Iraq, Syria, and Libya, we need to seek jointly the best ways to uphold our shared values while furthering our common security interests. Such an endeavor is a tremendous challenge that should be dealt with rationally and with serenity. But we realize that in a democracy, and especially with looming elections, as it is the case in both countries, in Germany and in Tunisia, this is easier said than done. For we as democracies are faced with a dilemma of upholding our commitment to freedoms and human rights while meeting our obligations to ensure the security of our citizens and institutions. But that shouldn't prevent us from trying as hard as we can to make reason prevail. Ladies and gentlemen, we express the sincere hope that the long-standing friendship and our shared values, along with the symbol that Tunisia represents on the southern shore of the Mediterranean, that has proven to be of strategic value to Europe as an institution and to Germany as a country and a nation, will enable us to move forward and focus on the advantages of allowing the only flower in the Arab desert to bloom. I remember that in last February, a Tunisian film has won 2 awards for the first time in the history of the Berlinale for an Arab film. The story of this film is one of a young Tunisian who preferred to live his emancipation in his home country rather than follow the sirens of immigration. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the spirit we want to encourage and turn the Tunisian youth, among which many university graduates are unfortunately jobless, into proud and productive citizens. For believe me, while movements of populations have always existed in the history of mankind and have enriched many nations, the Tunisian citizen has a special attachment to his land and is proud to be among the descendants of Jugurtha, Hannibal, Ibn Khaldun, and many other prestigious sons and daughters of Tunisia. While thanking you for taking the time to join us on this special occasion, and some of you volunteering to make brief statements to share your experience of the Tunisian-German relations and friendship, I would like to assure you of the full determination of the Tunisian government and civil society to work constantly on strengthening our relations and further our common interests, for there is so much we share in terms of values and beliefs and dreams for a free and peaceful world. In concluding, I would like to address my warmest thanks to all of those whose tireless efforts have made this meeting possible, and wish you all and the German people a peaceful, happy, and prosperous New Year. Thank you very much.